This is Untrapped Butterfly bringing you your Butterfly Babble. Alright, well, we are going to finish up Butterfly Babble all today. We're going to do 2 takes right in a row so that we can get all of this learning stuff out of the way. Although it is the most vital, I am more of like a comedian. I kind of like to just be funny and bring a funny message and a funny lesson, but I do like to make people laugh. That's truly what I want to do. But ultimately, I understood that I really needed to put these videos out so that you can kind of understand how I regulate my own chemicals. I've never used drugs. Obviously, at 40, I'm still looking pretty good. And I've never drank alcohol or done anything like that. But all of my friends and everybody that comes through my path seems to all do those kind of things. So I feel like if I kick y'all this knowledge right now, you'll understand how to build all these healthy chemicals and how to use these brain hacks to kind of further your own life. So without further ado, please just reach down right now and just push the subscribe. Did you get it? Awesome. Okay, good. Since we're past that, we're going to get on with the next step. Y'all know I'm a reader at this point. Don't worry, I'm building a podium and a stage. Did I say that out loud? The next step to knowing thyself is understanding how we present ourselves to the universe around us. Let's recap for a moment. So we know how our brain works, and we understand how chemicals from the heart send signals of distress or happiness. We've started doing neuroplasticity on ourselves by changing our reactions to thoughtful actions, regardless of how we feel or the circumstance, to a positive act of kindness. This means we're getting closer to knowing thyself. Now let's dive into the next step of knowing our ledge so we can be comfortable on our human condition. There's a Chinese proverb that says we all have 3 faces. Faces are not masks. They are guardians of thyself. The brain broke down is a magnificent playground. Your cerebral cortex, the most advanced part of the brain, is in control of all of your main functions. It itself is broke down into 4 parts. Your parietal lobes are registering touch, while your frontal lobes are problem solving. Your optical lobe is, of course, controlling vision, and your temporal lobe is holding memory and emotions. Your amygdala is the center for your emotions, your behavior, and your motivation. It is also your survival instinct. Your hippocampus is your long-term memory, and your medulla oblongata is making sure you breathe. Don't forget our fave, the pineal gland, producing that melatonin, that chemical that keeps us young. Great book, Staying Young the Melatonin Way. Start building those healthy cells. LOL. All these guys need neurotransmitters like endorphins and oxytocin, good old serotonin, and heavenly dopamine. Did you know that the average adult only laughs maybe 17 times a day, but a child laughs up to 300 times? Scientifically speaking, you can trick your brain into producing endorphins just by making yourself laugh. Even if it's fake, it really works. Did you know that when we listen to another person or music we genuinely like, we're building oxytocin? This guy's good for the laughing trick. Also, the reason I thought about the laughing thing is, have you ever noticed how really old people, they just laugh hysterically out of control? They just laugh. You don't even sometimes know what they're laughing about or why, but you can kind of tell it's fake, but yet they're laughing. I believe that they're building the serotonin to keep themselves alive at such a crucial, uncomfortable part of life. Anywho, cry. Yep, that's right. Crying is a great way to build oxytocin. When we suppress our emotions, we lower the chance our brain will kick us opportunities to grow. Too much water will drown a garden too, just like not enough. LOL. Means lots of love to me. A lot of times people struggle with staying positive no matter what because their serotonin levels are low and people want to just put pills down their throat, but I digress. It's sugar. Sugar is why your levels are low and you may be in depression. If possible, cut it out of your diet completely. Intake plenty of carbs like pineapples, and I could go on and on. Eat enough fiber and as much sunshine as possible. Little brain trick. If you just stay positive no matter what or how hard it is, soon your programmer, your Google search engine, can only run overcoming programs, guaranteeing awesome serotonin levels. Having a journal or calendar you mess with every day to mark off another day survived or accomplished, depending on your exit stance perception at this far. Builds dopamine. Every step accomplished and optically viewed builds this neurotransmitter. Dopamine is triggered by what makes us happy and we visually see. Hence the name, because it also works in a negative. But I like to stay in rainbows and butterfly land. So, anyways, and think the best of everybody. Anywho, so when I look at butterflies or I look at babies or mountains, okay, I pretty much think everything is beautiful. So I build a lot of dopamine. Tyrosine is the building block of dopamine and found in almonds and avocados and bananas and yogurt and green tea. I could go on and on and on. But let's get back to the 3 faces and learn how to build and boost those healthy neurotransmitters to those brain parts for maximum usage. So there's a Chinese proverb that says there's 3 faces. One face we show to the universe and every bunny we encounter. There's one face that we show only to our friends and our family. And there's one face that we show to no one. I hear a lot of people saying, take off the mask. Be yourself. But I'm going to call BS on this one. Because a face is not a mask. Hear me out. Don't run away. Did you like? Did you push like? I hope you push like. And for sure subscribe. Help us grow. Especially for the next part because I am quite a comedian. Okay, the one face that we present to the world should be our best. Now, don't take this out of context. There's nothing wrong with a lazy Saturday and a trip to the market in sweatpants. But in generally, every day we need to take the best care of ourselves. Put our makeup on if you like makeup. Put on clothes that make you feel great. Wear the jewelry that you never wear and just hangs there. Just wear it if you have to. Just sitting at home. Just take good care of yourself. I could go on and on. But my point of this babble is that every day, even if you're not going anywhere, take a little time and take care of yourself. The way it feels good to you. So, when you're in your public face, you feel more confident and happy within your human condition. The first face should always be your best behavior at all times. Regardless of the situation, make sure the face that you show to the world is kind, even if you have to bite your tongue or just walk away, building serotonin. Some may say this is being fake, but I say no, this is the strongest sign of intelligence, building dopamine. The first face, the face we show to the world, is also the face the universe is absorbing to give you back to absorb, building serotonin. It might feel fake at first, but that's the beautiful thing about fake it till you make it, because you will make it. This is the key to finalizing neuroplasticity and anchoring new programs, neurotransmitters. Whatever it takes, make sure the first face is the best face you can for the health of your exit stance. Now, the second face, The face we show only to our friends and family still requires discipline, but a lot less tongue biting sometimes. LOL means lots of love to me. Our second face is a much more relaxed but still positive face. When we wear this face, we are able to release some of the pent up stuff from wearing face one all day. We still need to be kind. We still need to be kind when we're rehashing over the negativity that has got us down in face one and we're biting our tongues. It's okay. It's okay to say, hey, someone cut me off in traffic today and I almost got upset. Their response might be, yeah, did you flip them off? And your response should be, nah, I just smiled and waved. Been there, done that. This then passes your intelligence on to another who passes it on and on, building dopamine. That you were able to release whatever upset you, but without using someone else as an emotional dildo. Rated R, LOL. This does two things. One, it literally makes you proud of yourself, building dopamine, for handling everything so well, building serotonin, and you pass this on in a healthy way of handling every minor to major crisis. When your brain begins to trust you, you can handle these circumstances without alerting your neurotransmitting heart there's trouble on deck. The old, unhealthy protective programs start to become obsolete. Healthy programs are now building. So we understand that our first face needs to be our best face forward to build dopamine. I always like to say I keep my head held high, but my nose always at a safe level. Dopamine. And we understand it's okay to tell friends and family of what hurt us, but in a way of backing it up with how we handled it with a positive solution. And now we have come to our third face. This is the face that we show to no one. Before I get into the third face, I want to suggest getting a spiral or a notebook. That way you can release all of the pent-up energy, and just in case you're not into what I'm about to talk about, you can also do this by journaling. The third phase is when you let it all hang out. Depending on your specific personality, there are many ways to do this. I write and record myself. If you are a person who keeps a journal spiral, start free writing. Write all the negative you suppressed in phase one and phase two, but then write how you would handle it in your own truth. Example, I bit my tongue when the boss said this, or I had to use control when my kid was throwing a fit in the store. Just let it all out. The most important thing that you can do is what I'm about to tell you to do, but I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just merely suggesting that this really, really works for growth. I record myself releasing all the pent-up frustration from overcoming through the day in a healthy, positive way, whatever it took. I babble on and on and on with the recorder or my phone in my hand, somewhere private so I'm not holding anything back. And then I listen to myself. Trust me, no one likes their voice, with the exception of maybe a few. So don't listen to your voice. Listen to your solutions, or more important, listen to your pollution to find solution. As you hear yourself, remind yourself how great you did overcoming any given circumstance in or out of your control. My original butterfly babbles, I could have never let anybody hear. A lot of profanity. Some very, very, very deep anger. But now, after all these many, many moons of dedicated focus, I realize my new recordings are actually more solution-based and have little to do with my anger or my irritation, and more to do with how we all as a humanity could make a difference if we all accepted the responsibility of being a true force of change in our world, crying for change. Okay, so we understand how the brain and heart work, neurotransmitters. We've dove into changing our negative protective programs by building healthy serotonin and handling situations, no matter how hard, with a positive building dopamine. So our non-conscious minds will trust us, and now we understand that it is not fake, but responsible, and quite certainly our only hope of a better life and a better tomorrow by embracing our responsibility of our three faces. One face is where we teach our brain and heart they can trust us to handle any given circumstance, and we don't need protection. We appreciate in phase 2 teaching others to positively handle solutions. And in the third phase, we are learning thyself by releasing in a safe zone any pent-up energy, so we can reinforce and pat ourselves on the backs for handling it with intelligence. Breathing in that good prana. I love you, Ralph Smart. Did I say that out loud? We always have to remember nothing feels really natural until it becomes natural. Learning or applying new skills, from running a cash register to the first day at school or a new job, anything new feels uncomfortable. But after you've been doing it for a little while and it's a skill under your belt, well, it's natural. This applies to all knowledge. We are getting closer to the ledge, and in time, we're going to be ready to soar. Always remember, every bunny is some bunny. This is Untrapped Butterfly bringing you Lunchbox Love.